Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about 5 financial goals that everybody should have and try and achieve before the age of 40. This is based on our own personal experiences that helped us towards our journey to financial independence and retiring early. Before I do that, a quick introduction about myself. My name is Yogi, and my wife Seema and I, we both achieved financial independence, retired early, and to celebrate this early retirement, we've been on this 1-year world trip. And right now, in the last leg of our world trip here in Hokkaido, Japan, beautiful spring day here. The snow is still melting, but the mountains, you can see, are still covered partly in snow. So let's get started with the first one and the most important one. That is mastering your career capital and monetizing your career. So what happens is that typically we start our career in our 20s, early 20s, mid 20s, and that's when the career starts. We start with our learning, and somewhere in the 30s is when hopefully the career starts taking off. It's the 40s where the career most likely peaks. That's when we take these senior management positions. So monetizing that career by the age of 40 or before you reach 40 is super important, because when you enter 40, that's when your career, you're going to be maximizing it. This is how we did it also. So how do you monetize your career? First is to make sure that you are developing skills that are not just the common skills that everybody has. It could be that you have skills in certain languages. Personally, for me, my career, it helped that I learned French when I started my career. That helped me differentiate from the others. So it could be a language skill. It could be an IT skill if you're in the non-IT space. It could be sales skills. It could be communication skills. So developing those skills become an important aspect. The second is trying to see how do you hop, skip, and jump in career. As I've mentioned in a couple of my other videos also, careers are like currency notes. You don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 1, you have 5, you have 10, you have 20, you have 50. So that's how you should plan your career. That how do you make sure that you're hop, skipping, and jumping. And hop, skipping, and jumping doesn't mean that you're changing jobs every 2 years. But at the same time, gone are those days when you are you start your job and you retire from the job, your salary grows 5% or 3% year on year, just beating inflation. So that becomes very important. As I've spoken in the other videos also, there are 3 aspects that are super important to career. One is, are you good at it? The second is, are you enjoying it? And the third, most importantly, is that can you make a good livelihood out of it? Out of these, in the initial 20s and 30s, it could be that you may be good at it, but you may not enjoy. It could be that you're enjoying, but you need time to get good at it. But by the time you reach 40, you should be having a very good balance of the 3, and especially the third part, that you're able to monetize it, and you're able to capitalize it, and you're able to grow that salary in a way that helps you achieve financial independence faster. As I keep saying, retiring early is an option. Financial independence is a must. And to achieve that, the best thing that you can do is make sure that you accelerate your primary income. And that primary income hopefully generates enough passive income. So that's the first goal, to monetize your career, to treat your career as a financial investment, and to make sure that you're tracking your career returns like you're tracking your portfolio returns. The second goal is to have 0 debt by the age of 40. Again, when we start a career, we mostly start with probably renting accommodation, and by the time we reach our late 20s, we end up taking a mortgage, we end up starting a family, setting up our home. Now, the key goal should be that in your 30s, that you are able to achieve, through monetizing your career, through your investments to accelerate the payments towards the mortgage, that by the age of 40, when you reach 40, you're able to pay off your mortgage. Now, two reasons. One is we are living in a time when the interest rates are super high. So that means that if you're locked in a mortgage of a 30-year or a 20-year mortgage with very high interest rates, your money is being diverted to pay interest rather than generating money for you. So that's number one reason. The second reason is that if in your 40s you become mortgage free, means that your money can generate passive income for you. So try your best that by the age of 40 that you are achieving that zero debt situation, especially on the student loans or any other debt that you may have. So the only debt you may have, which you may carry off, is mortgage, and that too you should try off to pay. The rest, definite payoff. So that is the second goal. The third goal is to build an emergency fund. Now, I've addressed this in many of my videos, that the rule of thumb is that you have your emergency fund anywhere between 6 months to 24 months, depending on how far off are you from the time you're going to be retiring and what your age is. Now, in your 20s, you may not want, or you can be flexible, that you may not want to have any emergency fund and you plow all your investments, all your money into investments. But when you are entering the 40s, that's the time when the parents are needing a lot more emergency or medical care. You may have family obligations. You may have children going towards university at certain age. All those one-time expenses and one-off expenses you may need during those 40s a lot more than you would have needed in your 20s and 30s. So building that emergency fund becomes an important factor. Now, that emergency fund, you should start with maybe 6 months of your expenses as an emergency fund. But as I've given a formula in one of the other videos, take the number of years from your target retirement age and subtract 24 from it. So if you are very close to your retirement age, by that time, you should have already built a 24-month emergency fund. Now, it could be 6 months to 24 months, as I said, but the key is to have that cadence and have that behavior that you're starting to build that emergency fund. So that is the third one. The fourth one is managing your spending behavior and habits. Now, when we started our career, during my early 20s and late 20s even, the spending behavior was a lot more, I would say, keeping up appearances, getting pulled into the let's say, the grandeur of consumerism, to buying watches and bags and investing in good flashy cars. But by the time we reached our 30s, our priorities changed. And especially by the time we reached late 30s, the priorities dramatically changed. I guess the same will also hold for you. So towards your spending behavior, you should be asking yourself, what does an ideal good evening or a day out looks like with family and friends? How does a good holiday look like for you? And the answer to that question will also help you towards saying that what changes do you need to make towards your spending behavior and habits. If an ideal good evening looks like that you have to show all your dinnerware and your house and everything, so be it. But that's your spending behavior then. However, if your ideal good evening with friends look like playing games, going out for a movie, having a very good chat, and all the rest matters less, this will also have a big impact on your spending behavior and habits. And in the 40s, why it is important to put attention to that is because that's when most likely your children are in the formative age. They are making their impressions based on your behaviors. And what they see is what they learn. So that'll have a big impact, not just towards your own financial independence, but also towards the behavior that you inculcate with your children. So this is the fourth one, and that will hopefully help you accelerate your financial independence journey. The last one is, I would say, as I said earlier, is less towards financial, but it has a very big impact towards not just financial independence, but how and you retire and how you enjoy your life post-retirement. And it is also the one that personally I've been struggling a lot. That is health. How do you maximize and monetize your health? Now, there is a video that I've done about the different types of years that we have in life. These are the go-go years where our mind, body health is raring to go. We want to do all the stuff that we can do because we're physically agile, we are physically capable. Then we enter into our slow-go years. Slow-go years is when either your mind, your body, or health wants you to take it slow, makes it difficult for you to do all that adrenaline rush activities that could have been possible had the health been very good. And the last is the no-go years, when either your mind, body, health, or all of this makes it difficult for you to enjoy all those activities that you plan to do. So health is where you can maximize your go-go years. And I wish I had paid a lot more attention towards our own health during my 40s. However, it's not that bad. So we are still enjoying hiking and trekking in mountains like these. But probably if I had been a lot more fitter, I would have been even with my pickaxes doing hiking in snow here. So maximize your health and set a goal that you will be fit before you enter into 40s. So these were just 5 goals that can have a big impact towards your journey towards financial independence and also help you accelerate your wealth and creating satisfied life for you and your family. So just as a summary, the first one is monetizing your career. How do you make a career as almost as an investment? The second being that before you enter, you'll have zero debt, preferably even your mortgage, definitely the rest. The third is that how do you start building an emergency fund, and you have, before you enter your 40s, an emergency fund starting from 6 months already ready. The fourth is that you make sure that you're encapsulating your spending behavior and habits, and also inculcating that same or those same behaviors to your children. And the last is health. As they say, health is wealth, and it has a big impact on wealth. And while you're setting these goals, make sure that you're not just setting before your 40th birthday. Set your goals at 25, 30, 35. And especially by 35, you should already be trying to track towards these goals that you will have before you enter on your 40th birthday. So I hope this video helps you to understand some of these goals, and would love to hear your thoughts on these goals. And if there are other goals that you have set before you enter your 40s, please do comment. And if you like the video, please do also subscribe and share with your friends and family. Till the next location, till the next topic, and till the next video, goodbye from me.